Also told that you teach beginners and intermediates, right? So if a person comes to you to learn spoken English from scratch, so during the first month, what would you focus on? Or what are you focusing on?
Yes, I think during the first month, I would focus on fluency. Like we will just take the basic sentences of day to day life, daily conversation, because every day the person is doing conversation.
Grammar also. And since you told we'll focus on grammar, so I think a little bit when they come to A2, B1, then you can start correcting and trying to improve their accuracy as well. But how to improve grammar naturally without teaching the concepts of grammar? Because grammar is something that bores people, right? But it is something that naturally you have to inculcate in your speaking practice. So how would you encourage that without having to study any grammar books?
Yes, ma'am, because grammar is a like part of English that English language that we cannot avoid. We cannot be an advanced speaker and good speaker without knowing the grammatical rules. So, yes, grammar is like crucial. So yes, like I don't know what other people are doing for that. I don't know, but what I am doing for that practically, I will share that.
If you want to improve your vocabulary, then consider buying this book by Oswald Books. I'll show you the book. This is your vocabulary builder by Oswald Books. It is especially useful for people preparing for CTET, RRB, Railway Banking, LIC, and other central and state government jobs. Not only that, if you want to work on your vocabulary, even then you can go ahead and buy this book. Let me show you a page which really interests me. This is a list of phobia words, and you get the word and then the meaning of the word as well. What is the fear of heights? What's the fear of bathing and other things? So check out this book, and if you use my coupon code, which is Shantha20, you will get up to 40% off. Check out the description for the link to purchase. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing pretty well as well. Thank you for asking me as well. So, how was your day? Are you having a busy day today?
Not that busy. It's a regular day. It's going well till
Hmm.
now.
Apart, so we'll start the conversation with your introduction. So, please tell us about yourself.
Yeah. My name is Sarita. I belong to Himachal Pradesh, and I am a mother of two, a homemaker, and I have worked as a teacher. And recently, I have started teaching spoken English to, especially to beginners and intermediate level learners. And as far as my hobbies are concerned, I'm a person with a variety of hobbies. Like I love music, I like reading books, watching documentaries, talking to people from different cultural backgrounds, especially about their ideas, thoughts, culture, and traditions. And from last 1 year, I have immersed myself into learning, improving my communication skill and improving my level of communication skill. So I think that's in brief about me.
That's a great introduction. So, it's been 1 year since you have been focusing a lot on improving your communication skills. But how was your English before that?
Before that, my grammar was good. I knew how to write, how to read. I was good at writing and reading, but I never spoke English. Like even as a teacher, though my subject was in English because my subject was science, so it was in English. But like teaching your subject is something different because you are already familiar with all the terms and words and vocabulary related to your subject. But whenever it used to come to daily speaking, then I used to feel that I cannot hold the conversation for long. I used to fumble. I used to think in my mind, and like I was not satisfied with my speaking. And like I needed this language when 2 years ago I restarted my career after 11, 12 years. I joined my kids' school. So in that school, spoken English was compulsory. But to some extent, I was confident because I knew that my grammar was okay. And earlier also, I have worked in CBSE board schools only, not in Hindi medium, but CBSE. But there, like spoken English speaking was not compulsory. But in that
Mm.
school, it was compulsory. So I
Okay.
thought that I'll manage because my grammar was good. So grammar was my confidence, like that I'll manage. So I got selected in the interview. Then I started doing there. But then I found that when I used to with the teachers, I was able to handle the conversation. But when I have to talk to the administration, principal, and all owner of the school, that time I found that I cannot hold the conversation for long. I used to fumble, so I was like dissatisfied with the way how I speak. So I thought that
Mm.
I knew. But in like that school was it provided me a platform to speak in a real situation and real environment. So I did not learn it consciously, but yes, every day I was talking in English at school with my colleagues. And then after 3, 4 months, I found little bit confidence in me and fluency also. I gained fluency. So first time in my life, I was speaking fluently. A little bit fluent. So I was happy with this journey because I thought that no, I'm improving. And then I came to know that
Mm.
oh, this was the practice, lack of practice only, that I was not able to. And for so long, why I was not doing this practice? Because for so long I was, even I, like sometimes I used to watch English movies to check my knowledge of English so that I can understand the native speakers. So sometimes I used to watch, even I used to watch cartoons with my kids because when my kids were small, so I had changed the captions or subtitles in English so that they can listen to English, a lot of English they can listen, because at home we mostly used to speak in Hindi. So I thought that at least little bit environment they will get when they will listen to the cartoons in English. And I also try to speak with my children. I would also try to speak in English with them. And yes, we like diverted the topic. So yes, that was my level. And but from last year, then after 1 year, I had to leave the school because of some personal reason. We shifted back to our hometown. And then
Okay.
I thought that I need to be in touch with the language. Otherwise, I may lose the fluency, and so I have to continue this practice. So I was looking for some online tutor, especially online tutor, who like could talk to me and who could correct me and give me the feedback so that I can improve and I could know my gray areas. But in that search, I didn't find any one online. So I ended up joining English Yari in that search. So yes, from English Yari, my journey, it started in real. So because I got the feedback, I got to know my gray areas. Every day I was getting the feedback, and then consistently I worked after when my sessions were over. After that, I consistently worked on my gray areas, and I continued listening, and especially my focus was on listening and speaking. And my weakness was vocabulary and somewhere little bit pronunciation too. So yes, my most focus was on vocabulary because this they like I was every time, most of the time I was given the feedback like you speak well. My style of speaking was I was given compliment for the style of speaking, but they said that you need to use advanced words when you speak, because I was speaking in very basic language, very simple language I was using. And yes, so I was given the feedback, and I found that yes, we need a mentor who can give us the feedback so that we don't get stuck in a place. We can improve only when we will know our weakness. Then we can improve them one by one. And but yes, after that, I practiced continuously, consistently, without skipping any day. So because I listen a lot of English content, I speak to the people. Then I join two WhatsApp groups too, of women's WhatsApp group. Those are run by YouTubers. And after I joined an app, installed an app that is called Ace Fluency. Still, I'm using it. So this is how I improved, and I'm still like improving and learning because my goal is to become an advanced speaker. Yes, I think I elaborated it.
Yes, no problem. You told it in detail. You also told that you teach beginners and intermediates, right? So if a person comes to you to learn spoken English from scratch, so during the first month, what would you focus on? Or what are you focusing on?
Yes, I think during the first month, I would focus or fluency. Like we will just take the basic sentences of day to day life, daily conversation, because every day the person is doing conversation, like at home we are thinking something, then I'll take the basic words and basic sentences, and we will practice only about the fluency. I will not teach anything related to grammar or and like anything like that. Just I'll focus on the fluency and the vocabulary. If the person doesn't have vocabulary, then how he or she will also use the basic sentences. So little bit vocabulary, and with the basic sentences I will start it. So every day we'll practice, the person will practice and imitate and repeat, so fluency will be increased. After the the person, the student will get little bit fluency, then we'll also talk about the grammatical component also.
Okay.
So
So
that's
I
my
think
way
if
of
a person
learning.
is starting from scratch, the major thing that they have to get rid of is fear and get into the habit of speaking. So remove hesitation, remove fear, and get into the habit of speaking. And that is how I think we can build fluency in the first month. That is a major challenge. I think people are afraid to speak. So once they get rid of that and they start gaining fluency, then you can automatically, depending on their level, you can start working on their grammar also. And since you told we'll focus on grammar, so I think a little bit when they come to A2, B1, then you can start correcting and trying to improve their accuracy as well. But how to improve grammar naturally without teaching the concepts of grammar? Because grammar is something that bores people, right? But it is something that naturally you have to inculcate in your speaking practice. So, how would you encourage that without having to study any grammar books?
Yes, ma'am, because grammar is a like part of English, that English language, that we cannot avoid. We cannot
Yes.
be an advanced speaker and good speaker without knowing the grammatical rules. So, yes, grammar is like crucial. So yes, I don't know what other people are doing for that. I don't know, but what I am doing for that practically, I will share that. That for the grammar, like I will take the some sentences of our daily life, like whatever we do in our daily life, whatever person can resonate with, person can relate to their life. So about discussing those about the translations and the sentences we'll use from the daily life conversation. And then while discussing those conversation, we I will make them understand about the grammatical rules, that why I use did here, yeah, why you use do here, like do or did, what is the difference, why do we use do, why do we use did, or first form or second form of verbs, why we use. So while conversing, I will make them aware about the, for example, if you I want to teach them the present tense, simple present tense, then we'll talk about in that tense. I will talk about talk in that tenses. I will take all the sentences related to that tense, and then while discussing those things, I will make them aware about that this is the present, simple present tense, and we use for V1 here. Why we are right now we are using V1 here. I'm using play. I did not use played, and you are using play. Why you did not use played here? Because played is used in the past form of the tense, and here we are just using only V1 of the verb, because it is you in like present simple tense we always use V1. So like that I teach like that, so that they can like learn it in an interesting way and easy way.
Yes.
Because grammar, like teaching grammar and teaching grammatical rules, it is kind of mundane, so people find it kind of boring.
Hmm.
So that's why I use this trick.
How did you learn or master grammar? Like, is it because you're a teacher and you studied all of this during your training or your courses, or did you learn it individually?
I think this credit goes to my guru, my teacher. He was so like I think he was passionate about the grammar. Every time, even when we had a free period, also that time he used to, if he used to find that this period is like this class is sitting blank, they are not doing anything. Like he used to come and he used to ask, okay, tell me, I am going. What is the tell me I'm going, like he used to ask in Hindi, मैं जा रहा हूँ, इसको English में क्या बोलेंगे? And if someone used to like do that I was going or something like that, he used to say that who the hell are you to change the tense? Even God cannot cannot change the tense, then how you dare to change the tense? So he used to like say, he was very crazy about teaching the tenses, especially the tenses and all other grammar too, but especially about the tenses. He was a so dedicated teacher he was. I think because of him and because of him and maybe like because I was also not good in English but in Hindi too. So my both the languages were good. I was like I used to grasp the things and rules all well, like very quickly. So I used to get the good grades in grammar. So and I think because of because of our teachers' dedication, I was like very good in grammar. So yes, though I studied in Hindi medium school up to 10th level, but my grammar was good.
That's great to hear, and that your teacher had a great impact on you learning grammar. When you're teaching to other students, like beginners and intermediates, you're teaching now, whenever they are having a session with you, like live, one on one, or group, they are open to ask you feedback, or you will correct their mistakes and you'll help them improve. But do you get this question from people that how do I get feedback and correct myself when I'm practicing alone? So whenever I say somebody that you practice alone and improve, but then the first question will be like, who is going to correct my grammar mistakes? Who is going to give me feedback when I'm practicing? So do you also get this question and how do you answer it?
Yes, like its answer is only like that they can do the shadow practice. Only, I think by shadow practice, they can, when they record themselves, they watch their videos because I have done this myself too, and I was learning. Then when we see our videos, we find that we are sometimes even where I know that my grammar is good, but still I was also making some grammatical mistakes too when I was speaking and when I was watching my recorded videos. So yes, we can a lot of things we can correct even in our videos, our recorded videos too. So shadow practice is the best reply for this. We can do the shadow practice. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes. So like we can accept that the convent school, the English speaking environment the convent schools provide, as we have heard, because I have heard that I have not studied in that school. I have just heard that convent schools, like students speak very good English. So like we should accept that, yes, they really do. Because you were confident in speaking, your speaking was good, so you are the proof. Oh, okay. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am. What other questions I can? Okay, you can ask what you want to ask.
Yes. So at this stage, you are teaching beginners and intermediate levels. And at this stage of your life, what does success mean to you?
I think because I think over the time I have learned a lot of things, lot of lessons from life, from my experiences and from life, and because I read books, so now like I have also felt that uh, like success is not just financial, like settling financially or becoming financially self-dependent or becoming super rich or like as I used to think earlier. That means if you are financially self-dependent and rich, then you are successful, but otherwise you are not. But now my mindset has changed. Uh, like over the time, I have learned so many things. So for now, I think that if you are content in your life, then it means that you are successful, because happiness is also an everyday practice, all the time, every day, and we cannot stay happy, and it's an everyday practice. But if you are content in your life, that means you are successful in your life, because we have experienced that there are so many people who are super rich, billionaire are there. Even that super rich guy, who is that? it is Elon Musk. I read about him that he also had gone through the depression and all that. So it means that money is not related to the success. It is as we used to relate it, as the most of the people used to relate the money with the successful success. So that guy was also he has also gone through the depression and stress and all that. Still he goes to, and many other people also who are the very rich and super rich people, they also go through depressions and all that. It means that money is not related to the success. It is just a need of our day-to-day life need. And yes, but if you are content with your life, even a person who is a farmer, who is a simple man, if he's content with his life, it means he is a successful person. So I think now success is the contentment of life to me now at this
Mm.
stage.
Yes, and I think the definition keeps changing as and how you keep growing and your mindset keeps changing. You start realizing and you gain maturity what actually is success.
Yes.
But during your day-to-day
Thank
life, do you really see people who are content with their life? Because it is hard to find people who are like satisfied and content with my life. It's rare actually, because everybody
you.
wants
Rare.
something
Yes,
and you
you're
cannot
right.
say I'm really content with my life and happy, I'm relaxed. I have not found anybody recently who says that. They're never content. So what do you have to say? Have you seen anybody?
Uh, Uh, I think except the saints, there are no one because I have also asked these questions to from so many people when I use the ACE fluency and like when I talk to the people, different kind of people, I have asked, but like I think I never got the answer that I'm happy and satisfied with my life and content with my life. Because yes, some of the people are in search of the contentment, search of the actual success of life. They are following spirituality. They are on the journey of spirituality to know about themselves and to know how to get that contentment. Yes, and I'm also one of them. I also have started my spiritual journey. A little bit I came to know about the spirituality, that spirituality is to know about yourself and all the problems. If you will know yourself well, then you will also get to know all the problems related to yourself, your life, and you will be able to rectify them. So it is this introspection. You have to introspect because all the problems are related to it. You don't know yourself. That's why you are juggling a lot. You are going through lots of things, but you don't know exactly how to do that, which path I have to follow. So that's why all the problems are created. And all the worries and all the sufferings are related to it because you don't know yourself what to do exactly.
Once you discover who you are and what is your purpose, I think then you will find contentment. And I think it is not something to search for. It is a feeling that you have to just feel content with yourself at any stage of your life. It is not that you have reached a certain amount and you have earned a specific amount of money and now you can feel content. It is not like that because there is no end to the wants and needs of a person, right? So, whatever it is, you have
Yes.
to be contented now with whatever stage you are at. It is something within yourself. You cannot look for it elsewhere.
Yes.
Okay, so is
True.
there any specific challenge that you're going through now and you're juggling with any specific challenge that you would like to work on?
Yes. And nowadays, the most, uh, I will say, prevalent or the challenge for me is to like limiting my screen time. And yes, because nowadays I'm so much into watching English content, listening to English content, and like all the time, even when which I call my leisure time, at that time also I'm watching some English content, something related to English, and sometimes related to like entertainment sometimes, but most of the time I'm using my time, utilizing my time to watch English content. So sometimes I feel like overwhelmed because I think it is just too much. I should give myself break too. Like so now I have decided that after 4 o'clock or o'clock, I will not see any social media, any reels, any I will not see the social media, and just I will spend my time with my kids and my family, and just evening time I'll have a walk and this. So yes, so this is the challenge that I'm facing these days. And yes, with the same thing with my teenager boy too, because he has also started. He now he has phone. Last year I gave him the phone, but now he's also, maybe sometimes he's one or two social media he's also using. So yeah, I saw it that he's using it, and I told him that no, you are not supposed to use this social media. We have just given you phone for the safety purpose, because he goes to tuition and his academy. So yes, I'm like, but see how I can like motivate him, or I can like convince him not to use the social media, because they ask the reason why we cannot like this. So I have to prepare those answers too. I have to convince him why this is harmful for you. So yes, I think these are the challenges I'm facing these days now.
Hmm. So how old is your son?
He's 15. He has turned
Okay.
15 now. So
Hmm.
just he has entered the adolescent age. So there are lots of things that, where, yes. So I'm dealing with it. But I have
Yes.
worked as a teacher. I know the psychology of the children. So I need to handle. Sometimes also I also shout on him out of anger. But then I try to be calm, because I know that we have to be calm in this stage. We have to be very like patient, and very conscious about the words we use and how we handle it and how we deal with them. So yes, I know this.
Yes,
So sometimes it
parenting in
bothers,
itself
sometimes
is a challenge.
yes. And in this stage, like handling this, earlier he was like a kid. He used to be very like obedient. But now he also asks the questions why I should do that. Why sometimes he also raises his voice too, because but I understand that okay, I don't try to like get tempered when he is angry or kind of something. I try to be like behave patiently with him. So I'm dealing with this. I know that this is the phase. It will also go on, move on.
Of course, yes, teenage is the most difficult phase of a person's, like,
Yes.
that age
Yeah.
till they reach 20, 21, and finally they are like settled and they get that maturity. Till then, it is very difficult to handle teenagers. That's what I have learned, and that's what I have been preparing myself for the future of when my kids like reach that age. But yeah, it's nice that you
And
have the experience of dealing with it. So that is definitely helpful.
yes, because most of the parents, what do? They do? They become very harsh. They want their children very obedient. They say that why you are raising the voice, how you dare to raise your voice in front of your. They don't allow them to debate. They don't allow them to discuss something. If they have to say something, if they have to discuss or debate about something, uh, they should be allowed to speak whatever they want to speak. We should give them the freedom to speak. It's not like that, because in our conventional families, people expect from their children to be very obedient, always say yes whatever their parents and elders say. So it doesn't work like that. How they would get the confidence to speak? If something is not right according to them, they should be courage. They should have the courage to speak about it. And I have told him, I have taught him, like, to, if you find ever that it's not right, then you should speak that it is not right. You don't have to say yes. Don't like just go with the crowd, what crowd is saying. If you find that you have some different point of view, then you have to express it. And sometimes I have to like face problems because of my that teaching too, because sometimes he debates a lot about some things, and I have to also keep my answers ready, and like what I will say, how I will reply, or how I will make him convinced about that thing. So but yes, I'm at some point I'm also happy too, that he has confidence to say no to something. He doesn't always say yes, okay, yes, okay, yes, I will do that. If he doesn't like something, he will say, and he will discuss about that.
Mm. That's right. It is very important for them to allow them to express their opinions because we were different,
Yes,
right?
yes,
We were
yes,
not
right.
supposed to speak or even whatever they have to say. They say we just have to say yes and go with whatever they are saying. So that is how we were raised. So our generation was difficult, or it was different, but now it is pretty different. So it's nice that you're giving him the chances to speak. So it was amazing talking to you. Thank you for connecting with me today and sharing your opinions. So it was lovely. So you have a good day.
And thank you so much, ma'am, that you accepted my request. And for so long, I was like trying to connect with you and have a session with you. So finally, we got in touch. So I'm so happy and glad for
Mm-hmm.
today's session. Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And best wishes to you for your channel, which is already growing.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much.
Same with you. I think like you're also consistently creating content nowadays. So good luck with your YouTube channel as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Bye
you. And
bye.
have a good day ahead.